She resembled on a windowsill right. We was in Vegas. She said I come on I'm conversing with him. She leaped out she resembled. And I'm similar to stand by the thing. Is she doing that is me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do whenever I first at any point saw Jay-Z. Or even heard him spit around, was at a MC Fight Road fight in New York. He appeared as a that was with huge L enormous L, was who put Jay-Z goodness. And afterward large L passed on and afterward the before you know it Jay-Z doing tunes with Big Deal. And building a functioning kinship with Honeycombs. And afterward Biggie kicked the bucket, Tupac kicked the bucket, there was the battle between who was the top rapper now Nas and Jay-Z. And afterward the before you know it Nas has a mental meltdown. And he's removed from the game and afterward saw. Jay-Z, he will droop anybody in any relationship for $1, take a gander. At how we did Dane, assuming you're a mostly wise individual, when do you begin addressing how fortunate some right unfamiliar music? Music. Music, the way that Beyoncé doesn't talk much, could maybe set 50 Penny in an off-kilter position today. While showing up on the Morning Meal Club web, Recording 50 said, reviewed how groups basically hopped him at their Las Vegas meeting over his issue. With her better half off guard, Beyoncé hopped down. She leaped out she was like on a windowsill right. We was in Vegas. She said I come on I'm conversing with him. She leaped out she resembled. And I'm similar to stand by what did you dance purportedly thought 50 Penny and his significant other were contending before she confronted him with a serious articulation as per 50 Penny. Since we truly, I'm trying to say what's up yet, she feeling my energy. Come over on the grounds that we really do express things about one another, its cutthroat nature, he likewise conceded that Beyoncé's response had shocked him since he had not arranged for itself. And I'm similar to stand by the thing. Is she doing he conceded that he was speechless around her since she was as yet the undisputed pioneer, and he had never expected to be in such an off-kilter position since I don't know precisely the way in which they answered you're still Beyoncé. Furthermore, 5650 disparaged Beyoncé's more youthful sister Solange throughout the meeting, as the co-have referenced Solange, who famously went after Jay-Z in a lift after the 2014 Met occasion. The rapper commented that he ought to remember his good fortune that she was not there. Definitely I would have had a reboot, as was not out of the ordinary. A few individuals from the Narrows Hive ventured out to offer their thanks to Sound for shielding her mate. That is the way you realize Beyoncé can ride for Jay-Z any day. Whenever one specific fan composed the response is significantly more hoodlum than Jay at any point was a subsequent fan added for a few different fans. It's an alternate story. I've really seen the photographs on the web. It's eradicated off the web now. I can't track down them, however. It was Beyoncé hollering right in 50's face. And 50 seeing Jay befuddled one fan composed while another additional that was a low second for Sovereign Sound. She ought to have quite recently avoided 50 in Hogsby, given that 50 Penny had freely offended Beyoncé's significant other on various events. Her response to the rapper was justifiable regardless of whether ill-advised the previous predeterminations. Youngster vocalist might have been protecting Jay-Z. After 50 Penny released a portion of his confidential data, 50 Penny examined Jay-Z's connections to an exercises with secret social orders in a meeting with Power 99. Do you accept that? Do you accept he's down with some kind of mystery society? Well, I trust he's in now, like with an alternate group. 50 said even proposed that Jay-Z disregarded other anticipated performers deliberately on the grounds that he didn't see the value in the opposition. And Jay would have rather not done that, like since it was like to him. Like that its impression resembles I'm losing something to him presently. They're exceptionally cutthroat. Moreover, 50 Penny has for reasons unknown recently gone after Beyoncé. In 2014, for instance, the rapper made a web-based entertainment joke that some attacked the vocalist. The squabble happened after 50 Penny posted a split-screen photograph of Beyoncé and R&B artist Tiara Wedded to his Instagram account, the photo was joined by the subtitle "B, you took my tune. Currently, I will take your man." The image made reference to the way that both Beyoncé. Also, Tyera Mary had recently delivered tunes with frightfully comparative titles, Tanked in Adoration by Beyoncé, and You Done That by Tyera Mary. Many individuals consider Jay-Z and 50 Penny to have had perhaps of the most warmed competition in hip bounce. Jay's was at that point one of the most popular rappers ever, and 50 Penny had quite recently broken out with his noteworthy presentation, Get Rich or Bite the Dust Tryin'. So they were both at the level of their particular professions. The enmity between the two rappers started in 1999, when 50 Penny joined Sony Music's Columbia Records. In the meantime, Jay-Z directed activity that adversary named Widespread Music Bunches, Def Jam. While they were claimed by Sony, apparently Jay-Z proposed to sign 50 Penny to Def Jam, yet 50 Penny turned down the proposition, and on second thought endorsed with Columbia, very nearly 10 million duplicates of 50 Penny's debut collection, Get Rich or Kick the Bucket, attempting were sold overall after its 2002 delivery. To a great extent, because of this achievement, 50 Penny is presently frequently viewed as the most compelling figure in the rap business at the time. Jay-Z was all the while running Def Jam and could have done without 50 Penny or anything he had done openly. Jay-Z called 50 Penny a hawker in a meeting with Hot 97 and said that he thought 50 Penny's verses celebrated brutality and medication use. Their shared disdain just developed over the course of the following couple of years, as the two craftsmen proceeded to obnoxiously go after each other. Jay-Z delivered a tune called The Preface in 2005 that many individuals took to be a diss track coordinated towards 50 Penny. Jay-Z raps in the tune, I'm not a financial specialist, I'm a money manager, let me handle my business. 50 Penny terminated back sometime thereafter with Stash, which had various rhymes focused on Jay-Z. 50 Penny encloses by the melody, Jay's been on top briefly, and it's beginning to feel like quite a while's up. Yet we should not fail to remember the succulent I'm actually over here searching for the following IG in 2007, when Jay-Z delivered the I Got Cash remix, highlighting 50 Penny. Strains between the two rappers arrived at a breaking point, albeit the remix was gotten as an indication of goodwill between the two performers. It ended up being just transitory not long after 50 Penny drive pick. I'll in any case kill, which many heard as a diss to Jay-Z's detriment. 50 Penny's verses in the tune run like this: I make 2 strides back in delivery myself to place an opening in a underscore underscore 4 underscore underscore with my riches, and the main thing that is guaranteed in life is demise. I miss so coke. Sell dope, sell discs. I'm not Curtis Jackson, I'm 50 Penny. Underscore underscore. In 2009, Jay-Z and 50 Penny showed up on the front of 50 magazine, where they tended to their hamburger and the chance of cooperating in the future. Regardless of their endeavors to cooperate, the two rappers dissed constantly each other in their melodies. Jay-Z has likewise heightened the question by keeping 50 Penny from performing at Super Bowl halftime shows. As of late, it was guessed that Jay-Z in his job as the NFL's unrecorded music and amusement tactician in 2018 barred 50 Penny from partaking during the halftime show. 50 Penny's Instagram post communicating daunted being disregarded for a spot in the Super Bowl halftime show started the hypothesis. He said in an old post that he brought down, man, I recently started to understand I'm not playing the Super Bowl. You realize I didn't actually remember to check. Fans were both befuddled and steady subsequent to perusing the post, with many asking why 50 Penny hadn't been welcome to perform, and others hypothesizing about conceivable behind-the-stage struggle. Others have even guessed that Jay-Z had something to do with the result. This was additionally reinforced by G-Pass's remarks against the NFL's treatment of calling Kaepernick spites against police mercilessness and racial disparity. while he was the group's quarterback Kaepernick's expulsion from the NFL. And following shock from fans and allies are immediate aftereffects of his fight's 50 pennies craftsmanship in help for Donald Trump, who was in conflict. With Kiefer Scratch in the NFL over the exhibits provoked hypothesis that Jace, who had remained in Fortitude 30 with Kaepernick and declined to play at the Super Bowl, had impeded the rapper from performing at the halftime show in the wake of communicating his craving to play at the Super Bowl 50 penny plainly, felt shut out of one of the music business most renowned occasions in any case. It ought to be noticed that the decision to exclude 50 penny was not made from any enmity or predisposition, yet rather for useful and authoritative reasons. It's normal for artists to pass up significant occasions due to plan issues or other unforeseeable conditions. Jay-Z never moved toward 50 penny about performing at the halftime show, so he wasn't deliberately forgotten about. Express those with information on the circumstance anyway. When 50 penny communicated interest in performing at the halftime show, the whole setup was set. The year 2022 saw restored hypothesis that Jay-Z had kept 50 penny from making that big appearance during the Super Bowl halftime show. In a now erased Instagram post, 50 said, incorporated the accompanying subtitle with a video of himself performing at a past Super Bowl occasion. Might somebody at any point